Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Synagogue of the Pakistani clan. I'm your host, Captain, here to go over a recap for the Champions War League Lite division with Elite Gamers A. It was a big old fat L for the Synagogue, so getting that out of the way, getting to the stats. We did have a couple of people that had some sweet six packs. We do have Captain Orca there at number 9. We have Abdul there at number 12. We have Assad there at number 17. And Habo at 22. We have a fair amount of shit hitters. We do have Ahmad Rajput there, number 25, with a 95%. We have Lord Ali at number 18 with a 98%. We have Sam Hart with a 98. We have Ray God there with a 91. We have the symbol fuck there at number 4 with a 92. And then honorable mention Iori with a dip fail. Getting into the attacks as a whole, we are going to start with number 6 with Show. This was a fresh hit. Speed this up. Queen is going to be doing a nice little push. King is going to be onto the bottom side of this base because obviously that air defense would rock out that baby. Queen's only objective is to go into that compartment right there at the elixir storage, so that way she can come in and focus more onto this multi. Wizards are going to be able to handle that top side since the archer tower is already targeted onto the queen. They will not target the archer tower first. They will finally get to the air defense and then get to it. Anyways, from here out, they do die. So Queen's going to continue on with her nice little push, hoping to get her to go more into this air sweeper CC area so that way she can handle that enemy queen. Slammer's going to be going to the top side. Lalo coming in as well. He's just going to be slowly but surely doing his Lalo. Finally, the queen is going to take out the enemy queen, try to phase her through this wall so that way she can get to the back end side. He had to phase the Grand Warden, I do believe. It wasn't intentional. But then from here on out, Queen is going to be able to go through everything because the Slammer opens up all the wall junctions, still has 3 loons in the bag. Whee! And you really need to stop doing that. The next we have is number 8 with Wakas. He's going to be doing a Falcon variation at Town Hall 11. Loons to be able to snag out that easy Archer Tower. Archer trying to help ensure that the Queen will push more to the 430 region. Queen beating on some buildings. Raging her up. King to the outside. Ram going to help ensure that these Valks aren't going to be able to bounce the way that they're not supposed to. King is going to decide to join the party. So the Valks are going to go into this compartment. Baby's going to help try to ensure the funnel. Take out that wizard tower. So that way they won't have to bounce outside, even though they are trying their damnedest right now to do so. But mortar does bite the dust, so the Valks are going to continue to keep going back inside the core of the space. A couple of them do go outside and drag a couple of heroes with them, but at this point he has the boulder bounces, getting a lot of value. The king is still up and rocking. 4 hogs, Valk in the bag for the back end side there, and it is basically well smashed. Next one we have is RSO. This is going to be a drag bat variation, so I'm just going to 4 times my way through it. Although I will officially announce this was a Grumpy Old Men base that we saw in the Grumpy Old Men King Jeffrey War. So if you see this, that's probably where you want to go to find it and how to triple it yourself if you do not like this strategy. Anyways, the dragons are just going to be coming in. Golem for the back end side, the target on, or the tank for that wizard tower, and then from here on out, the bats are going to be able to handle everything. Again, that is a Grumpy Old Men base, so any clan that you can find that has that base in it is probably going to be having one of them. So, bloop. Speed this up. It's going to have that golem be tanking in for that baby and the wizards. We've got another golem tanking for the ram and more wizards. Going to be getting that nice little push into this compartments. Baby's finally going to kick the bucket via that air defense. Heroes are going to be going into this core. He is going to be able to get a sweet poison for both heroes and CC. Golem still in front of that queen. She is going to come up get a couple buildings and go back to that multi, so that way these hoggies are going to go directly into these defenses. Golem is still up and rocking. Queen is trying to face her ability to help speed things up for that cannon expo. Not exactly sure. There's the golem. Okay. So anyways, from here on out, it's just waiting on any other little area that might have a potential giant bomb. He's trying to wait for it, but unfortunately he's not quite getting them. So he's just going to have to sprinkle his hogs where all the DPS would be instead. And then from here on out, it is basic cleanup and well smashed. The next one we have, oh, that was a fresh hit, by the way, is myself with number 11. Gonna be doing a nice variation of the bitch, so we're just gonna speed through this because I'm some fag nipples apparently for this kind of attack. This is also something that you probably see online, so just don't worry about it. Just watch all these troops just mow down the base. Yay. Gotten kind of lucky with that. And then just fighting my way through the town hall. Whee! The next one we have is Abdul with number 12. This is another fresh hit. This is going to be another variation of the bitch attack. So basically just 4 times it. Watch as these troops mow down the base because Supercell really knows how to make quality of life updates. And we just had to have another upgrade to the witch for no fucking reason. I mean, worst case scenario, if you don't know what to do, just spam. That's kind of all Supercell wants you to do anymore. Yay. Next we have is Dorman. He's going to be doing an AQ charge. He's going to be having the baby up there at 1 o'clock with the queen over there at the 11. King in beside. Queen is only taking fire from the mortar, so she'll be fine and dandy for a little momentary. Ooh, fuck. I need to stop going. Trying to get a wall breaker entry. Bomber and the Expo are going to be able to annihilate him. Wallbreakers finally get that junction open. Healers in behind, nicely placed, so that way when she steps in, this air defense isn't going to be able to snipe them. He's going to place that drop on top of the wizard tower, so that way speed this up. She is going to go directly into this enemy archer queen, dropping the loon to try to soak up any traps. Unfortunately, he does hit one, but he does soak up another, which was actually kind of nice. I don't think he would have survived this push with just the 3 healers. Because he does get kind of low. Anyways, he's going to start more with the Lalo coming, trying to snipe out that mortar. Slammer into the top side with more Lalo coming in over there at the 4 o'clocks. Again, continuing clockwise. Queen's going to bounce down to get to these Teslas and then escape through the outside of this base. And courtesy of that, she will get back to full health. Loons are trying to fight through a Wizard Tower air defense, so he is going to have to heal through that. Unfortunately, the Slammer does avoid an Expo, so he's going to have to make his way back to that with the CC Loons. Hasting them, and then they're going to slingshot back down to the Wizard Tower and finish off the rest of this base. Next one we have is Evil Eye Ori. This is also a fresh hit. It's going to be a drag bat, so we're just going to speed up through this because it's just mindless spam. Queen's kind of doing her thing. BK's doing his thing. Slammer in front to try to tank because there's no air defenses. The only thing that would threaten it is Sam's. Rage the dragons through the heroes. Freeze bomb the multi, and then the bats are just going to finish off the base. Saloons finally trigger, finishing off her other remnants of the defenses. Still has dragons that are compacting up together. Wizard Tower is going to be annoying, but it's going to be properly handled, and well done. Next we have is Sam with the heart. It's going to be a nice hoggy attack. We do enjoy seeing these, even though they're slightly harder to pull off, obviously, because let's face it, Supercell knows how much we love ground attacks, so let's give us a slammer. So the loons are going to come in front of the baby and hope to soak up any traps. Queen's going to be going from 6 o'clock, going counterclockwise with the king over there at the 4 o'clock. ram placement's going to get this nice little junction open. Unfortunately, the healers were going to be targeted there a little earlier than expected, but the queen will finally march in behind this ram. Again, not much really threatening it. His only objective was to get into that compartment with the queen, so that way the ice golems will be popping, freezing everything inside. Queen is going to be hanging out on that elixir storage, unfortunately, but from there on out, she will be able to take out the queen and just rage her through the rest of this buildings. Hogs are going to be coming counterclockwise, coming in from the 3 o'clocks, just healing them wherever giant bombs would potentially be. Hogs finally get into that nice heals. Still has one left in the bag. Decides to drop it over there by the mortar, hoping that the queen would somehow step up for this multi, but doesn't quite get it. But he has so many hogs, has the poison that it doesn't really matter. Has the swag ability in the bag. Whee! Number 16, we have Assad. He's going to be doing a little wizard down there at the 6 o'clock with the golems. Baby over there at the 7:30. More wizards coming in more towards the 5 o'clocks. Dropping the ram in behind the golems. Baby's going to bounce back, joining up with the golem party. Heroes are going to be dropped behind at 7 o'clock as well. CC's finally triggered. We need to speed this up. Heroes finally engaging with the CC and stuff like that. Sorry, I had a text. So they're going to be bowler bouncing all their way through the very long day. Queen actually goes back to the outside, getting a lot of value with that nice little cleanup there. Nicely placed heal gets to that giant bomb, multi, and somewhat of those Teslas as they go back into the heal for a little bit and continue on with their push. Still has 2 heals in the bag, deciding to go right here. Try to fight their way through a wizard tower. They're going to go back through the heal to get to the backside of that multi. Hit another giant bomb, wizard tower, and they will be nicely fresh healed for that rest of the base. From here on out, it's going to be general cleanup. Number 17 with Wicked Harris. He is going to be doing a Sweet Lalos. I want to say this is another league base. I'm not exactly sure where this one was from. It's going to freeze the queen, so that way the E-Drag is going to be able to take her out. E-Drag actually got a lot of that core down with his chains, which is actually really nice. Queen and King are going to be going to the 8 o'clock region. Try to get the Wallbreaker to get to the multi, but unfortunately the Wallbreakers didn't quite handle it. I think his barbs actually got out of the range of the multi, but it doesn't really matter. I think it was just more swag points than anything else. He's going to be starting his Lalo over there at the 11 o'clock. Try to keep the queen up as much as he can, but she will eat a giant bomb and die. Hounds are going to be fluttering past that multi. Loons are going to finally be trickling into that bomb tower. Just enough to miss that haste, so that way they can do anything, but they will get the one-shot drop. They are going to bounce back to that Expo, which is actually major points right here, because it does get it with their dying body. So from here on out, he could just rage straight directly into this Inferno Tower. Still has 3 hounds up, so he's going to have to sit a little bit and try to hope that this multi would pop him, and then the loons would be in front in order to tank. Unfortunately, as you see there, red bombs completely annihilated his 1 hound, but he did have enough for swags. We have Lord Ali here with number 18. This was a fresh hit. Again, another hog. Again, we love seeing hog attacks, especially at Town Hall 10. We kind of wish that Supercell meant when they said they're going to give some ground troops some love, but fuck, they don't know how to make a game properly balanced. I mean, look at the hero AI. Heyo. So the Ram's going to be coming in from 130. Heroes in behind. Hog try to speed up through that cannon to ensure the queen won't bounce. Unfortunately, the air defense is going to be staying up, so the queen will bounce right here. Whee! And then comes right back in. So anyways, the Hogs are going to be getting the nice singular push. King's going to be able to beat to the outside. Going to be almost a swag AQ ability at this point. Trying to heal for potential giant bombs. Does find the 1. Poisoning those skeletons. And then continuing on with the rest of this attack. Almost going to be good to go. Next one we have is Abdul Basit. This one was a fresh hit. This is going to be, again, another bitch, so just sit back 4 times it and mow. It's just going to be like mowing the yard, just waiting for the troops to go through the base. Nothing really fancy. Hero's going to be able to snipe anything that the bowlers can't really get. The bowler bounces are going to ensure that everybody stays in a nice tight pact. Still has the AQ ability. Finally going to have to phaser through a wall. And again, he has so many skeletons up that it doesn't really matter. Next we have his Habbo there at number 20. Going to be doing a Lalo. Speed it up. Slammer coming in from 12 o'clock. Rage it up, so that way the Electron will be able to take out the Queen and a couple extra defenses. The Dragon is unfortunately going to bite the dust, but he does get a little less more value before he does. Heroes coming in over there at the 4 o'clock, trying to get that multi down. The Wall Breakers finally do their job on this attack. The Queen will be able to engage, phasing her ability through it. I don't believe she gets the second cannon. No, she don't. Okay. Anyways, the Lalo is going to be continuing on over there at 6 o'clock, going clockwise. Hasting those loons in through these defenses. Gets a nice little amount of loons to go to the wizard tower. Then they go inside of his heals. Unfortunately, they're not really going to be doing anything, but they are tanking for the multi, so that was actually kind of nice. Loons, again, are going to be avoiding more of these defenses, so the Lalo is just kind of be suffering. He does have 2 loons in the pocket. Enough minions are somewhat tanking for this hound. Finally explodes, replacing the dead minions, and then it's just general cleanup. Next we have his Ray God. He's going to be doing an AQ charge Lalo. King's going to be over there at the 1 o'clock. Queen more towards the 11. Her objective is to get down here by this archer tower before getting the nice not wall breaker, earthquake entry ends. She's going to go to the air defense and then make you wonder if she will actually do her job and go back in, and she does. Yay. Wizard Tower getting some actual really nice value over there at the 10 o'clock. Raging the Queen through the enemy Queen and the CC. Had to phase the ability, but hey, it is what it is. Still has 2 rages in the bag. Minion be able to pick off that gold mine. Unfortunately, that air defense, I do believe, kills that minion. Sweet, no I don't. Anyway, Slammer's going to be coming in up at the top. Nothing's really threatening it. He's going to start the Lalo before the air defense was supposed to pick it off, but not quite nailed that. The CC Loons are going to be able to take out that multi. Continuing on with the Lalo push, instead using that Rage for the back end Lalo, and then from here on out, it is just severe overkill. Swag Goblin. For the next one we have is 22 with Ahmed. He's going to be doing another Electron kind of variation. Electron, no, that's a dragon. Man, I can't look at the screen. Derp, 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 derp. He's got some heroes down there at 6 o'clock. Wizard over there at the 2. Pop the ability. Try to phase that queen into the multi. She doesn't go in. King is not going to be able to take out that Tesla in time, so she's just going to be continuing her little walk. He's just going to start the dragons over there and say, screw it, I'm going to take it out myself. Slammer is, ironically enough, going to take somewhat of the shots before bouncing out and letting the dragons handle it from here on out, trying to haste those loons into that air defense. Finally nails it. Gets the archer tower down as well. Waiting on that Slammer to pop so that way he can clone these loons. Does get the clones, so that way these loons are going to split, continuing the haste to help ensure that everything is going to be annihilated. Clone is about to wear off, but luckily enough of those loons are the regular ones, so they will overpower the rest of the space with these dragons. That's a dip. Next we have his Habbo. This is a fresh hit. This is going to be a Lalo. Queen is up there at 11 o'clock. Taking her time through the town hall. Dropping the king right before the town hall pops, so that way he will tank for the queen. Queen just taking her little queenly time. Phasing the king through this other enemy king and skeletons. Try to get to that Tesla. Unfortunately does not. It's going to start the Lalo push from here on out. It doesn't matter. That queen will be able to take out that air defense. It's going to be able to get to this queen and CCs. The drag will be able to take out that Tesla before somehow the ice golem is triggered. Just continuing on with this Lalo over there at the 4 o'clock, going clockwise. Hasting those loons into the wizard tower, avoiding the one push of the air sweeper as he continues on with his Lalo. Wizard tower is properly tanked so that from here on out the loons will be able to overpower him. He does have loons all over the base, so he's going to try to heal the loons closest to that wizard tower to tank for that multi. I do believe that was a swag poison. But then from here on out, the big loons will be able to overpower the rest of this base, so yeah. And for the last one, we have Captain Orca. Eee! This is going to be a straight up Lalo. Couple loons in the slammer to get into that air defense. Unfortunately, the slammer was placed a little bit sooner than expected. Poison the queen, rage, missing it. But hey, it is what it is. E-Drag's going to be able to get some sweet chains. Heroes are going to be coming in over there at the 9 o'clock to try to eliminate that air defense. Continuing on with the Lalo over here. Raging those loons, so that way they go with the wizard tower, archer tower that bounce right into that multi. Get it with the one drop shot. Get the haste, so that way they could get onto that wizard tower. One hound pops, continuing on with the Lalo, healing in through that inferno. Loons with their dead bodies will get that loon or the wizard tower. And then from here on out, it's just dead bodies removing defenses. Yay! And of course, that E-Drag is still up and rocking. And with that, that will wrap up this recap for this war. Again, great war. We do wish these guys the best of luck, because if you really want a good hearty laugh, we're going to return home for a moment. And our recent war is... Surprise, motherfuckers! But until then, hope you guys have a good one.